For the first time, Wichita 1 Million Cups is now streaming live. So,
All right.
there you go.
Well, welcome everybody to the first live installment of 1 Million Cups. I'd like to bring up Chris Barnett with Crown. He's going to be our first presenter. He has 6 minutes, and then we're going to ask him questions. So, welcome, Chris.
Great.
Thank you. Go easy on me. It's my first time. Hold on. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. All right, my name is Chris Barnett, and I represent Crown. We are a lifestyle and promotion organization. Now, when I say lifestyle, I don't mean like fitness or health. I can't tell you how much to exercise, I can't tell you how much you need to run, and I definitely can't tell you how to eat, because I was a little disappointed there are no breakfast burritos or donuts here, but thank you for having me anyway. But when I say lifestyle, I'm talking about one very specific area of expertise, and that area is sneakers. That's right, sneakers. The same sneakers you see lined up on the walls at Foot Locker, House of Hoops, and Champ Sports. The same sneakers that you see grace the feet of NBA superstars like Kevin Durant, LeBron James, go Cleveland, let's get this win Thursday, and Michael Jordan. Now, believe it or not, we live in a day where people make sneaker contact before they make eye contact. Now, that's not shown to be a form of disrespect, but the truth is that sneaker talk is one of the easiest icebreakers out there. Now, sneaker mania is running wild around the world. There are hundreds of sneaker collectors and enthusiasts, often referred to as sneakerheads. And if you don't believe me, check this out. This is a shot of Supreme NYC. This is a retail store in New York City. Now, hundreds of people are gathered up outside, and it's not for concert tickets to meet Beyonce or Jay-Z. They are here for one very specific reason: to get their hands on these sneakers. That's the Nike Foamposite Supreme 1. And that is a thing of beauty to me personally, but to each his own. We'll show you one more. This is a line outside of the Adidas store in Los Angeles. Again, these people are not here to meet Kim Kardashian or Kobe Bryant. They are here, you want to guess why? Okay, these. Adidas Yeezy Boost 350. Yeezy, yeah, as in Kanye West. You know, I can tell. Sneakerheads gather all across the globe. They get these shoes, right when they get them, they have to tell somebody. They have to show them off. They have to, more these days, trade them or sell them. Now, for years, the Wichita sneakerhead community didn't have a place to do that. But now, they do. And that's Soul Purpose. Now, Soul Purpose is our annual event. It's held at a bowl venue. This is the third year for the event, and each year we draw about 400 to 500 people. All sneakerheads, they're all there to get the latest and greatest in sneaker fashion. They're here to get the latest and greatest in fashion, period. We attract people who are young and people who are young at heart. So everybody is a sneakerhead these days. Now, although the main focus is sneakers, we are definitely a community event. Imagine the Wichita Bridal Expo, but you take all the wedding dresses and replace them with sneakers. That's what Soul Purpose is. Now, like I said, it is definitely a community event, so we do foster people who have the same entrepreneurial spirit as we do. So this year, we're happy to say that we have food trucks set up outside of Soul Purpose that will fuel the sneakerheads that are in attendance. This year we have B&S Sandwich Press, who is a returning food truck. And I'm very excited because this year we also have Rachel's Chicken that's set up outside as well. So that will definitely be delicious also. Also, we do believe in keeping the kids looking fresh. So haircuts will be provided by Incision's Premium Barbershop. And they will be doing those haircuts on site. Tapers, fades, edge ups, the whole nine. Incisions will provide it, and Incisions will make it, look good. Also, since it is a community event, we do have to give back to the community, so we do sneaker raffles at Soul Purpose, and we are very pleased to say that some of the proceeds from Soul Purpose will go toward helping Brotherhood Preschool. Now, brotherhood has been a staple in early childhood development in the community for more than 30 years. And I went to brotherhood, my brother went to brotherhood, my mom, uncle, aunts, my kids even went there. So it means a lot to be able to give back to brotherhood. One of the teachers at brotherhood, Gloria Stewart, she was a teacher for 30 years at brotherhood, and also my grandmother. Now, sadly, Gloria passed away in 2013, but she had a very rich legacy of taking care of kids, and she would use her own personal funds to pay for the tuition of certain kids. So what we want to do is raise at least $1,000 to go toward the Gloria Stewart Scholarship Fund. And what that will do will provide the scholarship, tuition for the kids, and also cover supplies for brotherhood. Brotherhood is in the 67214 area code, which does not get nearly as much attention as other big, facilities that specialize in childhood education. So it means a lot to give back and a lot to keep my grandmother's legacy going. So Soul Purpose 3 happens July 30th at a boat venue. We do have sponsorship packets. I actually forgot the tickets, but we do have tickets on sale also. This is a personal invite. I want to see each and every one of you at Soul Purpose. If you have kids or know kids that are into the sneaker community, bring them out. Also, for brotherhood, this goes a long way, for the kids, for early childhood education, and it would just mean a lot. So thank you for your time. My name is Chris Barnett. Hope to see you on July 30th.
Question and answer time. I did see this guy had some pretty fresh sneakers. You said shoe contact. That was the first thing I looked at was his shoes.
Exactly.
Cool. Yeah. Pretty cool. So, well, thank you. We're going to do a question and answer. Please raise your hand. I'll bring the mic to you. But please. Right here.
Hey, my question is, can you give us some information how to donate to the Brotherhood cause?
Yes, you can actually, the Crown, we take PayPal. So our PayPal address, and I can get with you after the presentation to give you that information. But we will take PayPal, then we will deliver a check directly to Brotherhood, but I'll get directly with you, and anyone else who wants to donate to the Gloria Stewart Foundation, for Brotherhood Preschool, I will get with you personally.
Chris,
Yes.
I love the idea. I wonder if you're thinking too small. When are you going to open a storefront?
Okay, so this is the thing with the storefront. I don't have those kind of sneakers to open a storefront. A lot of my sneaker buying nowadays goes right to that corner over there. I have 4 little kids. Yeah, you can wave. That's where my sneaker money goes these days. So storefront is not in the immediate future.
At your event, are you going to have any cleaning services or any clinics on? I know that's a big deal with taking care of these high-dollar sneakers nowadays.
Yes, we do. We Unboxed Sneakers is one of our sponsors, and they actually do on-site cleaning, and they also sell Jason Marks and Rejuvenator cleaning kit, which they'll clean your shoes on the spot for you if you need it.
Hey, great job, Chris. Tell me what the primary activity is that happens at Soul Purpose. I want to know. I think I got some old sneakers that might sell.
Okay. Okay. So what happens at Soul Purpose? We have about 40 tables full of sneakers, fashion. It's mostly sneakers, but people will come in, kids will come in. You can bring in 3 pairs of shoes. A lot of kids will walk around with their sneakers in their hands. Hey, I have these LeBrons. I'm willing to sell them for, $200, or I'll trade them for a couple of pairs of Jordans. That transaction will happen right on the spot. So it's a lot of buying, a lot of selling, a lot of trading sneakers. There are also local Wichita clothing lines who sell their product there as well. We do sneaker raffles where we will raffle off one of the latest sneaker releases, and somebody will walk away with a brand new pair of shoes for absolutely nothing.
Do you think once a year is enough?
I do not think once a year is enough. So hopefully right now I'm working on in 2017, we'll be able to do this twice a year. And I think that would definitely be enough.
All right, Jonathan Long. Chris, first I'm gonna need you to go back to that picture with the old guy that you just showed. I need you to go back to that first.
I wonder why you want me to go back to that.
Hey, you better know. First, you know, I'm an avid participant. This table is actually I'm part of the table with my business partner said you told me. So a lot of these are our shoes that he's looking at.
Oh, that's why.
But then Chris, I'd like you to talk a little bit about how Soul Purpose fits in with the regional. There, you know, being an avid shoe person, shoe collector, I know about there are a lot of these shoe shows regionally. So if you could talk a little bit about the economic impact from those shoe shows and, you know, the different price points and things that that this type of event can have in bringing economic development and helping to procure resources within Wichita.
Yeah, I can definitely do that. And to go back to show this picture of your shoes, you have to buy, you know, a few tickets. But like I said, we bring in collectors and, you know, visitors from Kansas City, Oklahoma City, and Texas. So they come for the show, but while they're here, they also visit Wichita. Last year specifically, I personally took some of the vendors, you know, around downtown. We went and got some burgers. I went and showed them, you know, just some of the sites around here. And some of them tend to stay for the weekend and just check out, see. You good? Okay. Some of them stay for the weekend and just to see, you know, what Wichita offers. So, you know, just the visiting aspect, staying aspect, and, you know, seeing what Wichita is all about. That's just one of the main reasons Soul Purpose is what it is.
Have you partnered with Visit Wichita yet?
I have not partnered with Visit Wichita. As far as Visit Wichita goes, I've only had the event on the website, and that's really about it. So if anyone here is from Visit Wichita, let's talk.
So how many people do you expect to have?
This year,
Yeah.
another 400 to 500 people. And they get there early. We open at noon, but we have to lock the doors before then because they get there early. That line gets kind of long, and they try to get in before it's actual time to open. So it gets, you know, pretty fast, pretty quick.
What are the times and then how much are tickets and where do we buy tickets?
She's not even worried about the mic.
The event is from noon to 5. The tickets can be purchased at Space Station, another local a local clothing store, retailer right down the street on 139 North Main. They're also a sponsor for Soul Purpose. The tickets are $10 in advance and they're $15 at the door. You can also purchase them on Eventbrite, but right up the street is the quickest way.
The event is a lot of fun. I really appreciate you bringing it to Wichita.
You've been?
Actually, I have friends that are involved and stuff like that, but comment came up earlier about potentially a storefront, and I wondered if there have been any talks about strategic partnerships where other sneakerheads could figure out a way to make that happen. And I was really wanting to find out if you guys are talking about selling online.
We haven't spoke with anybody as far as a storefront, because right now we're just really trying to have the community event. You know, that's our main thing right now. If a storefront comes up in the future, then of course, you know, we're gonna put all into it that we can to make it a success. A couple of sneakerheads have talked about opening a storefront, and there is one opening soon, Unbox Sneakers, and that is also one of our sponsors. And they're opening a sneaker storefront on 13th and Hillside. So I mean, they got their start at Soul Purpose also. So if we can just help somebody get their, you know, their business going and give them the opportunity to be seen by the sneakerheads, and you know, we're absolutely happy with that.
So thanks for your presentation. I too am a product of Brotherhood, so thank you for giving back to the community. As a proponent of inclusive entrepreneurship with the work that I do here in town, you mentioned just slightly that there's other brands that come to Soul Purpose to do t-shirts. And sometimes when we're talking about our demographic, when we're talking about our age group, there are not resources to be able to get in storefronts. So can you expand a little bit more and tell about how Soul Purpose has become a venue to showcase these the growing number of t-shirt vendors and things of that nature in our community?
Absolutely. A few local businesses, t-shirts, you know, fashion lines that actually started at Soul Purpose. I don't know if you guys have heard of F&L Denim. They actually first started at Soul Purpose, And now, you know, they're doing great things in Las Vegas, and I'm really proud of those guys. Also, Mars Mansion, Lost Dreams, Not Human will be there. As Jonathan pointed out, Laces, his company, all got their start at Soul Purpose, Unboxed Sneakers. Oh man, OK Soul, a group out of Oklahoma, first started at Soul Purpose. Kicklahoma started at Soul Purpose. Oh man, I'm gonna be here for a while trying to think of everybody. But there's a lot of people that actually, you know, got their start at Soul Purpose and you know, went on to do bigger and better things from that first look there. Yes, I mean, you know, we're proud of them.
Christine, I have a question about where does the market in sneakers? New or used? Or
That's very interesting. Sneakers are like the new baseball card. So whether it's new or used, somebody's gonna want them. So you can bring in a brand new pair of shoes, and I guarantee you'll sell them. If you bring in a used pair of shoes, somebody is looking for that shoe, and they're willing to give you money. And as crazy as this sounds, I've seen this happen. Somebody walked in with a pair of Jordans on, and another guy wanted them, and he gave them the right offer. So this dude took the shoes right off of his feet. Took the shoes right off his feet, gave him the shoes, and took the money. He went home barefoot, but he had money. He had money in his hand. So I mean, anything, new, used, as long as it's a sneaker, it's good.
So then that leads to, where's the opportunity? And for example, is it really hard to get new sneakers when you've got big storefronts, big chains? I saw Adidas, like that's hard to compete against Adidas in Chicago or New York compared to a little place in Wichita, Kansas.
Well, really the competition, I mean, if it's in New York, that's not really something that you have to worry about as far as Wichita, because for a lot of these shoes, they'll sell online. So you can go online and try to buy the shoes. Some shoes that are just like in-store exclusives, I tell people all the time, don't even lose sleep over that because you're not gonna get it. If you do get it, you probably spent the mortgage on it or something, it's not even worth it. But so as far as like those other cities, it's not really like competition here in Wichita, but most shoes that come out in bigger cities, Wichita does get them. It's just, you know, if you want to camp out or stay the night at the mall to get that, then you can, but there's always opportunity to get that shoe.
Do you have an established system to protect against knockoffs?
We actually have a legit check, and unfortunately, the very first year there was somebody who, you know, they got a knockoff through, but now we actually have a legit check system, so we're making sure that doesn't happen again, and nobody takes a loss on some fake shoes.
A picture, friend.
You mentioned sneakers are the new baseball card. Is there like a Beckett for the sneakers? I mean, if I go in, how do I know the prices, or is it just kind of a open market? And
it's not really an open market. I mean, you can, you know,
educate myself to know what this pair of shoes is worth.
Right, pretty much like anybody in the sneaker community are so like deep into it, they know what their sneaker is worth. You know, I mean, just like anybody in the baseball card community would know what that card is worth. So it's not really an open market. However, I mean, you can sell them for, you know, as much as you would want to get for them. You might take a hit, but hey, it's really up to you. But the people know what their shoe is worth and, you know, what they should get for them. Yes.
What is the price point range you're going to see there?
As far as
Dollars plus
for the individual shoes, or
What's the most?
okay, I'm not going to answer that, but
It's like clear.
you know, retail the shoes can go anywhere from I bid from about $180 to about $350. Resale after that is probably like double, triple, even 4 times that shoe. That Kanye West shoe that I showed you earlier, this shoe on the retail was $250. If you try to buy this shoe today, you're gonna spend $900.
$1,400 on eBay right now.
That's ridiculous. I would never do that. I would never do that.
There's a company like Soul Serious. You know, they always like to do Jordan 11, Blue and Gums, and the Cherries came out last week. And they always, you know, have pre-orders, and and they're obviously not a Nike store or anything like that, so how does that market work? Do they make deals with the manufacturer, is this like a one-off deal, or is they all aftermarket? Because I know they charge about 50% markup over
Right.
the retail price.
Well, how it works, they can't make deals with the manufacturers anymore. Unfortunately, Nike killed that some years ago when they found out that the mom and pop shops were selling the shoes early, so they just stopped supplying mom and pop shops altogether. But now, with places like Soul Serious, they actually have people that work in these retail stores, and what they do is called backdooring the shoes. So they'll sell them to their friends, you know, or their family before they actually sell them to the public. Which, if Nike found out, they'll kill that too. But Nike's not going to stop supplying shoes to Foot Locker and Champs. But that's how they get their shoes, and that's how they mark them up.
One more question to add to that. I know on those limited production shoes, like we'll take the Jordan 11 lows for instance.
Mhm.
They only deliver so many shoes, and you know, like if you get in the raffles or whatever around town, they're out almost immediately. They get 2 sizes of 10s. Why do the manufacturers cap those so low? Yeah, I understand market and supply and trying to keep the prices up, but Nike's not making any of that money above the 170.
Well, they market it low so people will flock in hundreds to go get that shoe.
Right.
And then what they do after that shoe initially sells, a month later they'll restock that shoe online, or they'll restock that shoe in the store. And a lot of people won't know it. You just have to so happen to go in the store and ask for that shoe, and then they'll have it. So even though they come out that one day, and it seems like a limited supply, Nike will restock that shoe about 3 or 4 times to make sure everybody gets it. So it's really not as limited as you think, but initially it seems like that, but it's a hustle.
Even with Jordans, they do that? 'Cause I've
Even
never
with Jordan.